I need to get back on my journey of walking every day. I've walked my whole life. From the time I was tiny, my mom potty trained us by taking us for long walks. I just grew up walking and knowing that walking was good for you. And it gets the energy out. It helps with bladder control when you're younger and when you're older. I'm 50 now, so I've got to think about those things. I'm used to text messaging, so I keep having to stop myself from saying period or exclamation mark or LOL. Just get out here and enjoy the brisk weather. We're in Idaho. We're usually covered in snow right now, but we're not. I don't know where it's all at. Every other state has it, maybe? I don't know. We've had a tiny bit of snow, but not much. Enjoy that mountain scene with me. Just gonna go a couple blocks today. It's probably 45 degrees out here in January in southern Idaho. It definitely should be a lot colder and wetter. I don't know what this means for our farmers. I'm sure they're pretty concerned there's no snowpack. Anyway, I've always used walking to contemplate, like I said, get the energy out, deal with the emotional and the physical energy. Just let my brain wander, which it always does, but somehow it's more contained and more reined in when I'm out here walking. Let's see, should I take a left or a right? I hear a big dog to the left, so we're going to take a right. I have serious fear of dogs. We have a large dog. Not afraid of him. I used to be, a little bit. But I'm not anymore. He's just a big turd. I have a lot weighing on my mind right now. I'm facing bankruptcy at 50 years old. I've had problems with my credit for a long time. My first husband stole my identity when we got divorced. I lived in Washington. It was a community property state. He was a con man. So everything that he did landed on my credit or my responsibility to pay it back. It was a very devastating time, and I was very young. My goal in life, like all I cared about from the time I was young, was having babies. So I married young and dumb. And I stayed married, hoping to make it work, hoping he would change. And I had babies, lots of babies, 5 boys in 9 years. We lost 2 children in that time. David died when he was a year old, and Nathan was stillborn 33 and a half weeks into my pregnancy. They died just 17 and a half months apart from each other. That was a major change, obviously, in my life. Learning that you really have no control. You can't plan for the future because you're not in control of it. But what you can do is your best with every day. Put one foot in front of the other. Keep moving forward. What you do today affects where you'll be tomorrow. Laying in bed and being heartbroken isn't going to help you feel better the next day or the next day. Obviously, you're still heartbroken, but just got to do what you can each day. Try to do good for others. I did a lot of service. From that time point, though, I've always struggled with paperwork. I don't think I want to get into that right now, but paperwork is my arch nemesis. my kryptonite. I walked a lot during that time. A lot. Contemplated life, contemplated what could happen and how it might be rough, but it could be worse. I used to walk past a nursing home and see the lights on at night and think there's people in there who are suffering. They're sick and some of them dying, and some of them have family and some of them don't. They're alone. They have to rely on people they don't really know for their care. And that made me feel less sorry for myself. Made me put myself into perspective. Not that what I was going through wasn't awful. Comparing ourselves to other people's pain is never the answer. Just because somebody's going through something worse or different doesn't mean your pain isn't valid. Anyway, there you get the first taste of the ADHD that I live with. An absolute inability to stay on focus. And I lose my train of thought a lot. But being out here in the brisk air, it helps center me. And I hear a dog again, so we're gonna cross the street. Oh, it's a little one. See, he's a little guy. You go home. Hi. You go home. Anyway. No. Go home. You're in the road. Go home. Go home. See how brave I'm being? I'm really afraid of this little guy. Go home. Go home. Home. I got a new friend. Okay, I crossed the street to go away from him, and he followed over there. So I guess I'll go back over here to where he, I think, lives. Anyway. Now I have to refocus my brain. What was I talking about before? Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Okay. I'm actually scared right now. Okay, I'll go over here. Okay, I won't go in your yard. Okay. I know. What do you want from me? There's nobody out here with him. I guess we'll go this way because I am afraid of dogs, no matter how big they are, and he's not going to let me walk down that street. He's chasing me. No. You go home. Okay, we have a leash law in this city, but apparently those people don't care about it. Anyway, so I was talking about my credit. Back to the credit. So when we got divorced, he stole my credit on top of what he had done. So I didn't do anything with my credit because it took me years to clean that up. And then in 2007, someone named Irene Rodriguez, who lives in California, stole my identity, but I didn't know until 2012 when I was getting divorced for a second time. And the lawyer said, well, one of you is claiming bankruptcy, and neither of us was. So we looked into it, and sure enough, Irene Rodriguez had destroyed my credit and was trying to claim bankruptcy on it. I got LifeLock and tried to lock all that down, but basically I didn't qualify for anything, so I've had to pay cash for anything and everything that I did, find creative financing, which is possible. It is possible. I pay cash for cars when I buy them. I bought both of my properties on owner finance, lease to own situations, and I'm a single mom. I have 6 living children. I've had 8 children. I have 6 living children. 50 years old and I don't have a retirement because it's expensive to raise 6 kids. Not only that, but my kids do have some health issues. And anyway, now I'm looking at filing bankruptcy and losing one of my properties. And I'm pretty heartbroken, but at the same time, at 50 years old, I know that every single time something happens in life, God has had a plan. Absolutely everything has worked out in the end. I'm not dead. I'm not homeless. My kids are happy. So I know it'll work out, but I had planned on that property being my retirement. And instead I'm losing about $238,000. And I'm tired. I'm really tired. I've been tired for a long time because of stress. But we all have stress. So I'm gonna get back to walking. I'm gonna walk every day outside. I have a treadmill at home, but it just doesn't work the same. I'm gonna get outside. I'm gonna look at people's homes and their warm lights in the windows. Springtime's gonna come and I'm gonna watch them plant their gardens and watch them start to grow. I'm gonna pray for some more snow, even though I don't personally really want it this year because I don't want to shovel it. But I know our farmers need it. And it's just not for them. Farmers grow the food for the livestock and feed the livestock, and we have a lot of free range out here. So they rely on the snowpack up in the mountains and it melting off during the summer to keep the water flowing, because we live in the dry region. In southeast Idaho, right just, I don't know, somewhere between 12 and 15 miles to the Utah border into Logan, Utah. Oh, you hear the bells? Those bells are from the Academy building. It's a school from the 1800s. It used to be on the grounds where our high school is now. 2 o'clock. There was a major effort made to lift it and move it down the road. It's called the Academy building, I believe. We're gonna stop by a little sign so you guys can look it up if you want to. It's pretty cool. It's a beautiful historic building, and it has cost a lot of money to renovate. So we're always doing little fundraisers. And little bit by little bit, they're fixing it up. Hopefully before I'm no longer here, they finish it. I'd love to see it finished. Preston, Idaho is a pretty dominantly LDS community, so it's an LDS church right there. We have all other denominations, and I would say at this point, with all the new growth, we're probably 50% LDS and 50% not, but there's a lot of church buildings. There a lot. I'm not from here. I'm from Washington State, and out there we had one in a city of 75,000 people. Preston has approximately 5,300 people, and gosh, there's at least 4 church buildings in Preston, and all of the outlying cities have their own as well. Like Clifton has 444 people living in it. They have a church building. Weston, I think, has somewhere in the 500 people range, and they have one. So anyway, a lot of church buildings. I believe I read we were ranked number 6 in the cities in Idaho, like the 6th safest city. I don't know if I should put that out there on the internet. I'd like to keep it that way. That beautiful building on the corner there used to be Webb Funeral Home. They've moved to a different building now, and one of the original owners lives in there. Absolutely gorgeous building. Love it so much. Okay, they don't have the plaque up. I'm pretty positive they just call this the Academy Building. The State Academy Building, maybe? Oh, Oneida Stake Academy. Erected 1890 through 1894. And it was over where our high school is. And now it sits on the corner by our post office in downtown. Super excited for all the progress they've made on that. I love when people preserve history. Look at that building. I know they had to add new cornerstones. Some of them are done, some of them aren't, you can tell. But anyway, just imagine laying that brick by brick in the 1800s. Oh, the tremendous amount of work that had to go into that. It's phenomenal. Just phenomenal. Anyway, headed back toward home. Man, this felt good. There's our teeny tiny post office. They're going to have to do something about that. They're adding a lot of new homes and some big apartment buildings right now. Now, in the last 3 years, there's been an explosive amount of approvals for apartment buildings. And anyway, our post office was too small to begin with. And now they end up keeping packages outside because they don't have enough room inside. You can see those little metal barriers there, or barrier things. See the one that's covered there? Full of packages. We're just about to the bustling downtown area. Across the street here we have Preston Cleaners. She closed a few years ago. Hasn't done anything with the building. This building right now has a gym in it. It was a different kind of gym a while ago. This used to have a little children's store in it. Now it's just got some construction people. Here where the building ends, that's called the Day Building now. Let's see if I can get away from it. Massive. It was called, we've always called it the Corner Building. I can't think what it's called now, but it used to have a restaurant upstairs, and it was quite a big hub, I guess, for town. Right there on the corner we have Apex Chiropractic, American Family Insurance, and right next to that is used to be where the insurance company was before they moved to where they are now, and now it's actually an Airbnb right on Main Street. But this is our Main Street, just a cute little downtown, small town businesses. Pretty cute. Really fond of our town. And that's probably it for today. Get close to home. You can see the city building. So there's the courthouse there in the distance. This used to be a Wells Fargo bank, title company, and then that gray building there is the city office. So we've got our courthouse and then the city office. This main street right here actually is a highway. A main highway. So we get a lot of business through right there, but because of that, we actually have the sheriff office here in Preston as well as our police department. So the police department resides at the courthouse. No, sorry. The police department resides in the city building, that gray building right there, the tree in the way there. And then the sheriff's office is right across the street. We're almost there where you can see it. We've been renovating our courthouse too. It was, again, something built like in 1800s, so they've been renovating this for a few years. Made some big, beautiful changes to it, but preserved the architecture. Again, another building I just love. Love the history of it. Anyway, so the sheriff is all right there. Police department's right there. And I live right there. So I feel pretty safe where I live. All right, that's it for today. We're walking again tomorrow. See what crazy stuff comes out of my brain tomorrow.